Hello, welcome to Inner Alchemist Tarot for a Piscean and Piscean Rising reading. And before we join into this space, let us take a good deep breath and connect to each other here. Thank you, Spirit, these messages that are about to come forth, and you're always looking out from our eyes and guiding us, co-creating this beautiful dream manifested as we continue to expand this place and walk in beauty. And again, thank you for coming into this space. Appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing and liking the videos. When you do, claim the reading, however you do that. Giving a thumbs up definitely helps. And then send messages. I like to hear from you guys too. So let's start out with a couple of cards here before we draw the tarot. See what's going on for this November 5th through the 12th. And we do have a new moon coming up at the end of this reading for November 12th. 13th is the moons in Scorpio. And Scorpio has the major arcana card for Scorpio is the death card. So it's transformation. It's a death and rebirth. Big transformation month. We have tree people coming in. Sustenance. That came in for the Aquarian reading too. And I love it because I could explain this a little bit more too, is that sustenance with the tree people, I mean, the trees connect. They all connect with the roots, they connect with the nutrients of the soil and everything that lives. There's so many microorganisms, billions of like living beings within that one clump of soil alone. And so they all work together in synchronicity and synergy. And for sustenance, they all kind of, like the whole planet is one big living, breathing organism that feeds off of itself to expand itself, and everything cooperates in a way. If you zoom the camera down, like they do in nature programs, and look at nature, it looks like there's predator and prey, and things are like, going after something else for its food. But it really, what it is that everything in nature, the predator and the prey, is cooperating with each other. And that's how what science call the food chain is all about, when it's really just this cooperation and sustenance. We're feeding from each other. The owl up here on the tree limb also feeds from the forest as well and takes its rest. The owl knows. Very wise. That's why it's called the wise owl. Knows what's being heard without, beyond the words that's being said. Knows things behind the scenes that most people don't pay attention to with their first attention. And so second attention is the owl medicine. The tree people, very much connected to the earth. So that's a very grounding card for Pisces. So what are the messages we have here, Spirit? Let's see what we're looking at. The tree people. We have staff. That came in with the general reading. Check that out too. Check out the general reading on the channel, because that might find some messages in there too that could, complement this reading and get more confirmations for yourself and what's going on. It's all big transformation in the month of November. It doesn't matter your sign. Staff, so foundations. And then, again, every magical being has a staff, has a wand to, abracadabra, poof, and waves the magic wand and things come into manifestation. And so it may have been a metaphor, but it is both metaphor and literal too. Perhaps you do have a staff, and it's a walking staff to lead you into a path that's unknown, but you're going down the path anyway because you have that staff that's guiding you. It's living. Again, that falls in hand too with the tree people, because the tree looks like a staff in itself that's living before the creator being comes along. And again, you would say feeds off of the trees to create the staff. So, but it's not. It's a cooperation. Everybody's agreeing with this, and that's how the earth moves and expands, and how we expand creation. So let's look a little further into this reading and see what we have for Pisces. These cards have been pre-shuffled, cut and pre-shuffled with your energy as I'm just warming them up. Tree people. We have change. And we were just talking about the transformation that's happening this month, and being the new moon in Scorpio by the end of the reading, this reading's energies for the end of the week of November 12th to the 13th is the new moon in Scorpio. Also, the sun's in Scorpio. So it's a transformative month anyway, but it's big because the frequencies and what's happening on the planet right now during the shift, the paradigm shift in which we're all moving through and why we came here to experience this at this time, most auspicious time to be alive in this place. So, and to be the co-creator and to expand, that beautiful creation in which we knew that we were going to expand into before we came into form. But the change, and you see the snake medicine here, and the snake sheds its skin. Sometimes you'll see a snake wrapping it around a tree and shedding its skin to represent death and rebirth. And again, that's the death card in the major arcana for Scorpio, is the death and rebirth card. So nothing ever truly dies. It just sheds its skin or it changes form. That's that shape-shifting we do for eternity. Really, you get out of one vehicle and you go into the next. That's that constant wheel of rebirth, cycle of death, rebirth. Nothing ever dies. It just changes form. And so change is coming in here, like we were saying. And I love it how it's like right next to the Tree People card for Pisces. Pisces, you're one of the biggest, the spiritual aspects of the zodiac. So it's big that you'd be tuning and tapping into this transformative month that everyone's going through, much more so, you'd say, to the sensitive Pisces that you are. We have 2 cards coming out. We have Shapeshifter, we were just talking about Shapeshifter. That came up in the Aquarius reading too. And then Silence. So I love how the images speak to in these cards. I like to look at the colors, but also the images alone. It's just a beautiful thing. If you look at this staff, they're moving into a path that's unknown. During, it could be rain. It could be whatever you're perceiving this to be. It could be like, even like meteor shower type of thing. It's just so intense. But moving into that foundation, moving your foundations, shaking up the foundations in which you've been living from, and then shape-shifting yourself in silence and doing that behind the scenes, taking the key that's up here and opening the door, and not necessarily telling anybody that you are actually making this deliberate transformation at the most auspicious time to be alive as a human. But this month alone, can't say it enough, is a big month for transformation for all zodiac signs. We're going to look in the tarot here and see what we're looking at. With the cards have been pre-cut and shuffled with your energies again, but I'm just warming them up. Spirit, what cards do we have? What card do we have? A cards to start out this reading for Pisces for this week. Any messages here, Spirit, from the tarot? What do we have? Yeah, there we go. And we start out with the Ace of Wands. Look at that. One big new wand to move and carry her away as we make this deliberate transformation right now. And Pisces are using this energy to go off into a complete new beginning, a new adventure, new identity, identifying yourself differently for yourself, seeing yourself differently. What are the messages we have here for Pisces? Ooh, this one. These 2 cards just flew out. We have the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Cups. So there's the master number 66 right there. That could be a really good auspicious numbers for you for this week. And look what they're doing. This one's moving and off into the, pointing and going towards the star, and this one's flying this way to the same direction as this person here. And look how beautiful and coinciding and coalescing, like it's all blending together as to one card. The wands are the action moving energies, the fire signs of Aries and Leo and Sagittarius, but it's the action energy. And 6 of Wands is a beautiful card of success and knowing that it's going towards the star is already done. With the sun's coming up in the heart space here, all these beautiful sunflowers, 6 of them. And then we have the 6 lotus flowers here. And the cups are of the emotions and feelings and relationships. 6s are stable times here. So look at that. We got the new beginning, new endless potentials and possibilities, and reaching for that star right there. And really, it's already done. And because the sun is coming up here, but then the sun has risen, and you're emotionally in that knowing and balanced mode as you move through and take that staff, that new wand, and then shapeshift yourself into a whole new identity, seeing yourself in a completely different way, and others are going to start seeing you this way. This is happening this week. This is really big. What other messages do we have for Pisces Spirit? This is big because you're doing it without anybody knowing. Well, maybe you tell one person, but you're not really. You don't really feel like you need to do that. These messages may not be for everybody, but you take what you need and you leave the rest. Oh, 3 cards. The 7 of Swords. Look at that. See that identity in which it's not really how things are, and the image here is a different image in how that it is. See, it's like that deceptive thing. Not to be deceived because things aren't really what they seem to be. And there's that judging the situation. Look at that. And opening yourself up to receive the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Oh, this is a gorgeous reading for you, Pisces. Look at that. You're changing your identity, and that which is of that false identity, that deceptive way of being, and then being in that receptive mode. And judging, and that judgment upon everything is awakening that beautiful part within you. And that's a whole new emotional beginning for you, Pisces. We're going to get some clarifier cards for these cards. It's a lot here, but let's see what we have. I'm going to draw from a different deck because this is gorgeous. This deck has also been cut and pre-shuffled with your energies, just in case I have 1 or 2 on the side, because this is going to be it already is a beautiful week for you as far as how you see yourself and then how others see you fast. What is this Ace of Wands? What is this Ace of Wands? Gorgeous. Oh, that card will not pop out. We have the Death card. So indeed, we were talking about how we are at the end of this week, there's going to be that new moon in Scorpio. And we have the snake energy up here. So in death, you're going through a rebirth at this time with a whole new creative and endless potentials and possibilities, and what is going to take place as far as how it really revolves around how you see yourself. What is the 6 of Wands here, Spirit? 2 of Wands. And what direction you're going to take. What direction are you going to take? Look how he's looking. Look at how this person is looking this way to this brand new wand. The rebirth and moving towards that wand right there. What is the 6 of Cups? That's that endless potentials and possibilities. It's 2s are choices. 2s are, making the choice. Look at that. And as you do, oh gosh, this is so gorgeous. That 6 of Cups, that stable time that you're moving and making that decision to go towards that star, that brand new identity of yourself within yourself. This person is overlooking this place and moving towards that direction. Made the decision from the 2 of Wands to the 3 of Wands here. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful reading. Look at that progression. You're taking that wand and you're moving on to a voyage unlike that you've seen before. This is a big transformative month for everyone, but it's also a big transformative week for you. And gosh, oh, there's the Empress. She came right out here, and then bam. The Empress, she knows she's beautiful. She knows, and I'm not talking exterior. Might be balanced with both. So you are. Say that you are. But with this Empress card, she sees herself complete. She sees herself already, done. She's in receptive mode. She's magnetic. Things come to her. She doesn't need to go out and try to take action on anything. And it's an internal movement. She's very loving, compassionate. She's the Empress. She's the Queen of Queens. So she has everything to be in that mode of knowing who she is. And it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine watching this. Just flip it. It's the same thing. It's just the energies of the card. So Pisces, by the middle of this month, of this week, you're going to feel that that whole energy of being in that Seven of Swords, being deceived by who you can't deceive yourself, basically. The universe knows your true intentions. And as you do, you're going to see yourself in this Empress energy. What is this Judgment card, Spirit? And in that receptive mode, because if you look at the Judgment card, that's exactly it. She's got her arms open and receiving from Spirit. You see that? So, what is this Judgment card, Spirit? And that's the first deck I used here is the Star Tarot. It's a very beautiful tarot deck in case you are interested in that. Oh, we have three cards just popped out here. So to the Judgment card, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo energy. It might be a slower moving, it's an earth energy. But again, the coin, and he's on the horse, he knows the success is right around the corner. It just may be slower as you reevaluate. This is the nostalgia card, the Six of Cups. So it's the card of looking backwards to relationships from the past. It could be yourself, again, because this card is your identity. You're moving into a different identity, and it's happening fast. We have a Tower moment this week, and so this is happening. I can't say it enough. It's happening to everyone. So that's why I'm not surprised that the Tower did come through, because it's happening in a week's time. This is a big changing week. In the whole month of November, you're going to hear me saying it quite a bit this month, is that it's just a transformative month, and you're going to see what is being said here as it progresses. But there's that card of dealing with the past comes up. It's good that it's moving slow, because the past is coming up. This Knight is bringing that. Again, a coin, something that's happening on the earth plane, finances, money, and it's doing something with the past, clearing up the past. As your identity is completely, your whole world is shaken apart quickly, only for something new to start over here. Okay, so that was with the Judgment card. That's big. And now we have the Ace of Cups here. Spirit, what is this Ace of Cups? And we have the World card sitting on the bottom of the deck. That's the ending of a cycle. It's completion. So it's all signs, gosh, these cards are coming out. There's a lot that came out here. But all signs are pointing to the fact that this reading is saying that you have a totally different identity in which you're going to be seeing yourself by the end of this week. The Ace of Cups now is to this Two of Cups, so it's a union happening. It could be a business partnership, but it could be a relationship either with yourself, strongly coming together. When I see this, it seems like, again, it might not be for everybody, but take what you need, leave the rest. That could be you and you facing yourself in a totally, like a chairs. to that new emotional beginning and a new identity in which is presenting, and it's going to bring you to emotional wish fulfillment. And that's what this Nine of Cups is. It's like he looks like a genie, you know, he's like granting you your wish that you wanted. And look how beautiful that is. We got the Ace of Cups to the Two of Cups, and then the Nine of Cups that makes a grand leap over. And so there's a wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment, something that's happening emotionally that you wanted to occur. And then with the King of Wands is that entrepreneurial, visionary energy, strong masculine energy, leadership, and, you know, ruling over his kingdomship with that strong kind of Leo energy, that fiery, go-getter, adventurous energy to build his castle and succeed. And he's looking over at that wish fulfillment. So however you want to put the pieces with this and how it's coming together, I just love it, how that total new emotional beginning, and there's the Lotus again in there from that Six of Cups. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that cup. It's totally overflowing. And then the two cups coming together here. Cheers. Because that's going to bring you an emotional fulfillment when you start seeing that fruition of that totally new identity in which you're going to be seeing yourself come into being this week. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let us draw some final cards here and see what we have as an outcome. What is the outcome card here, Spirit, before we draw a animal spirit? Oops, I got a flipped over card. I saw that in here. Maybe not. Oh, that's quite a few. Okay. What do we have here, Spirit, for possible outcome for Pisces? Let's talk about here with the Hermit card. Okay. Yep. And through, oops, the adventure here and that moving into your new identity, you're wiser now. And there's the Owl card on the Hermit's shoulder. Isn't that beautiful? Just like the owl that showed up here with the Tree People Sustenance card at the very beginning. So the Hermit card, yeah, it's the Hermit mode, going in and finding your light and being with your light. As what was said here, we were looking at what showed up here with the 66 number, remember that? Six of Wands, Six of Cups. And look at, here's the star. There's the star there. They're moving towards the star and towards that person from the Six of Wands. The sun rises, total new beginning. These beautiful lotus flowers come out of the depths of the water, and you're wiser now with that new identity. Oh. What are the messages we have, final messages we have for Pisces? The Nine of Cups, too. That's a Piscean card. Pisces are big magicians, you guys are. We all are. Everyone has an inner alchemist. Everyone has an inner magician. Look at, there's your card, Pisces. I love it how we're just talking about that's a Piscean card. Because you're doing a thing silently here. Remember at the beginning, you're shape-shifting? And then moving in silence, and no one's going to really know because only you're going to get familiar with. It's kind of like I'm almost seeing like the metaphor of like Superman, that story Superman, where it was Clark Kent was the human, and then he went and changed his clothes into the suit and then to Superman, and then he took on that identity. But nobody knew who Clark Kent was, only maybe one person, right? If I remember the story correctly, but go with me here, that he was Superman. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like you're moving undercover here with this Hermit card, and in that knowing that's in silence and shape-shifting this week. And those around you have no idea that you're doing it, that you're going to be showing the world by the end of this week a totally new identity. And it may bring up fear for maybe one or two of you, but that's not at all what's being said here. It's actually going to bring you, again, we can't say it enough, your wish fulfillment. You're going to feel so good about this. You become more at home, more at ease, more embodied, more falling into the body. That's what the Pisces needs. Because I know I'm a Pisces too, is that we tend to feel so out there a lot of the times, but this is an embodied identity which is coming upon us here. And the Princess of Cups. And gosh, look at that. As we were talking about that new identity and that wish fulfillment, is that going to show clearly? Oh, it's not doing it. It really wants to zoom into those. So see that over there. But look at that, though, with the Princess of Cups. She's got that shining cup. It reminds me of this card that came out here, the Ace of Cups. She's going, look at my new shiny cup. Look at my new identity with the Moon card right here. I want to say this is also a Piscean card too. It's got a lot of different images in there to represent the Piscean clan. And gosh, all 4 of those cards together are just showing so much for you right now. Pisces, you're going to be very happy about this transformation that you're going to see. Any final messages for Pisces? You're going to see by the end of this week. I know, because I'm feeling it too. It's kind of like, oh, it's about time. Yeah, you're gonna feel comfortable to show that part of you too. The world has been waiting for you to do this, and it's gonna have such an impact on others too. There's that 4 of Swords showing up here. And the 4 of Swords comes up, it's that resting period after the 3 of Swords, the heartache. Why it's not showing up and getting clear there. It really wants to focus into these cards over here. Is that after the identity in which is not serving you anymore and you're moving into is bringing your wish fulfillment, you're going to get rest. It's that resting period. And feeling more at ease in the mind, because the swords are of the mind. And yeah, taking your rest, feeling more at ease. It loves to just really, the camera is loving to be clear with all these cards here, but it's not with that 4 of Swords. Any final messages here, Spirit, for this reading? For Pisces. Oh, there we go. We get the Magician. Oh, so now it really wants to do this. It does. There it goes. It's trying to focus in on it. Anyway, the Magician card's coming up, and abracadabra poof, you are manifesting. You are manifesting, and again, it's pointing to the new way in which you're going to perceive yourself, and then ultimately how you are moving into the world and how others perceive you as well. It's totally changing. And it really, I have to say, it doesn't matter how others perceive you. It really matters how you are perceiving yourself. As the Magician and walking about and not hiding that anymore and not feeling like a freak or feeling like, you're different because you're tuned and you have magical abilities, which a lot of Pisces have, innate spiritual talents. And to show that to the world, because people have been waiting for this now, and that's the shift going on with humanity, and everybody's being affected by this new paradigm. And finally being able to go off into the world and showing that part of you, and that's that aspect, that facet, that wise magician in who you are. And finally going to be able to show something that you didn't feel that it was going to be accepted by those, your family, friends, coworkers, anybody around your immediate, but the world in general, not wanting to accept what I would always say, us freaks, because we were just so tuned in, tapped in, they didn't believe us. What you can't see, you can't, it's not real. But see, this is the power and the strength, I like to say more than power, of Pisces, is that you're able to do that, and the world is now ready for that. That's beautiful in itself. You can take a good deep breath about that. You got the 6 of Pentacles coming in here. And we had the 6 of Pentacles, I believe, came up here. Oh, that was the 6 of Cups. So now we have 666. And no fear there, because that's just a belief from the Christian and religion, Catholicism, that it's a bad number of the beast. And no. We have a 666 here, and look that up. That anything's in threes is harmonic. So that's a musical term. It creates a chord. So 3 notes create a chord. So it's harmonic. Anything more than threes is extremely harmonic. But this is a harmonic happening. This is a very good thing that we're seeing the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and then the 6 of Pentacles in this one reading. So 666 is like 6 neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons, makes up carbon. So it's very earth-based. So to me, as a card reader, I'm picking up on the fact that this is very grounding situation by the end of this week. It's going to be extremely grounded, and we come full circle around into the Tree People card. It's going to be very grounded, and it's going to give you sustenance on different type of energy, different type of like changing a food that's giving you more protein, more energy in what you're doing. And it's going to give you this energetic happening is going to give you more sustenance to feel like you can really walk your earth, walk a lot more solid. Plain blank. That's as simple as it gets. The 6 of Pentacles comes in, and it's a stable time of finances and money matters. You know, I want to say when things are not working out, you ask a higher power to help. Yes, Pisces, you're a magical being, but you can't always do it on your own. You have lots of support from the spirit world, and that's what you're doing within yourself. That's also part of this new identity, is going forth. And you'd think otherwise, because Pisces are you such a spiritual sign, is that, well, even the Pisces, you're human too. Don't forget. And that's what's happening this week. It's going to be a grounding, a very physical grounding for you. And it's going to be emotionally fulfilled. You're going to feel emotionally fulfilled during this grounding. Actually, I want to put this up here. It's such a beautiful reading. And thank you so much for being here for these, for all of this. So very wonderful. Pisces, so beautiful. Gosh. It's going to give you a beautiful outlook on yourself and much more fulfilling, grounded version of yourself. So thank you, Spirit, for these messages. So appreciate this. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and liking and claiming the video if that's what you need to do to claim it, Send a comment, send a private message if you want to. I'd love to hear from you. If you need any help, further integration, whatever it is, all the information's in the description, because I do a vast a range of services too, not just tarot. So again, thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps the community grow and others to find the video. Many blessings on this coming week. Boy, is it going to be fantastic for you, Pisces. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.